Hi, this is Sophie, and I've chosen to observe Pam Moore, who is a marketing guru based out of Orlando, Florida. Moore mainly identifies as a keynote speaker and the CEO co-founder of Marketing Nuts, but she's held many job positions in the corporate world as well. While I'm personally more interested in the marketing side to what she does, I look up to her in her public speaking, which came about because of her major successes. Moore is undoubtedly an exemplar, earning the number 5 spot on Forbes' list of social media influencers. This pushed me to focus on her, and the purpose of this assignment, I've decided to focus on her Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and website content. The site she regularly uses aside from these social media pages is www.themarketingnuts.com. Her Twitter is compiled of mostly text and outside links, while LinkedIn holds many links to her video content in longer writing than on Twitter. Her website contains a good mix of pictures, video, and text, and her YouTube is of course all videos. The differences in these platforms will help analyze Moore's online ethos, as it will provide me with information as to who she is, what she does, and what she has accomplished. So looking at this data showed me how easy it was to obtain personal information about Moore. She was a Colorado State alum who studied marketing and information systems, and then she spent over 25 years after college working with globally successful brands such as L'Oreal, Redken, GE, Sony, Adobe, and IBM. Right away, this heightened her online ethos to me, as she had convenient lists of all of her intensive experience. Moore also completes a lot of volunteer work on top of her already busy schedule, most recently at an event to help against human trafficking. This speaks to her good character and therefore made her more credible in my eyes. Being a keynote speaker and journalist on top of that has generated many quotes by Moore, but some of her more popular recent quotes include the phrase, "Too busy is a myth." Visually, Moore uses pictures and videos to show her experiences, speeches, or media appearances in her daily life like her family. She mainly uses Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and her website for this. She also does podcasts, specifically the Social Zoom Factor, and posts a lot of her motivational and educational speeches to be seen. Like the text, I think this helps prove her competence and shows how knowledgeable she is, thus boosting her credibility. Aside from all her accomplishments in the workplace, Moore has a favorite accomplishment of her own, her loving family. Her husband, Josh Moore, is the other co-founder of Marketing Nuts. They've had 2 boys together, one who's in high school and one about to go to college. While Pam and her husband work together, they don't let this take too much time away from their children. They value family and spending time together. Moore writes a lot about targeting an audience, but her ideal audience is vast, including entrepreneurs, marketers, women in business, and business owners or workers in general. However, Moore speaks and writes clearly enough for virtually anyone to appreciate, which ties into the Pullman discussion and characteristics, which are clarity, usability, currency, and brevity. Essentially, the Pullman discussion gives a list of what to do to establish online ethos, which is no meta-language, no self-reflection or self-consciousness, no anecdotes, organized efficiently and easily, maintaining social media pages and keeping them consistent across platforms, which is also referred to as digital literacy. Pam Moore's website is very straightforward. She uses lists constantly, which is very easy to read. She's careful with her words and very clear. It's always easy for me to understand her, even when she's speaking to the corporate world. She steers clear of vague and unnecessary wording. Moore's also very confident and ignites confidence in others. After closely looking at her profiles and website, it shows she never comments on her qualities, rather just lists her known accomplishments and awards and all of the jobs she has worked, successfully communicating her ethos. All of her social medias are updated regularly, and the information across the platforms is the same as to not confuse people. So why Pam Moore? Because of her social media pages, and after comparing them to the Pullman discussion, it is clear that Moore has successful online ethos. Aside from being a top 10 Forbes list Holding numerous other awards and having a following of over 2 million, Moore is an avid social media user and is well deserving of the credibility she receives.